Welcome everybody to the first round of the semifinals of Visionary Games official tournament, the first and last Paragon tournament of theirs ever. My name is Britik and I will be your commentator and shoutcaster today. We are going to be witnessing a game between the washed up Paragon players and the team known as DieFlinkinSuppliens. Very interesting name. I hope I didn't destroy that, but we're taking a look at the draft right here. Now, we've got the Watch the Paragon players over there on the Dust side in blue, and we got the other team over there on the Dawn side. So for the Watch the Paragon players, we see Twin Blast for carry, we have a Fae, and we have a Wraith as well, which is very interesting. Elite Storm, pretty good on the carry. We know Snow Eagle used to jungle. We'll see if he picks up that jungle role right now. On the other side, though, we do have a Rampage in jungle, which is going to be a very good strat for them. He's a very tanky hero. We also have a Grim and a Murdoch, so we might be seeing one of those in the solo lane as well. These are very interesting comps. So Snow Eagle did end up locking in as Kwong, which is also a really nice tanky choice. And we have Muriel for the shields, but all in all, that team looks a little bit squishy, whereas FaZe has been locked in by Erdbeers on the other team. So now let's get into the gameplay itself. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. If you are enjoying this last series of Paragon gameplay at a tournament level, I hope you guys savor it, because I am. This is so much. This is just so much. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's get right into the action. And they are off. So let's go ahead and see how this breaks down, which way they end up going. So we do have Elite Storm actually going, as it seems, to the solo lane. And I believe Omega, the Wraith, will be the carry for the washed up Paragon players. And for the other team, I'm going to call them DieFlinkin for short. We have FaZe and Murdoch in the dual lane. We have Bellica in mid lane. We had Rampage in the jungle, of course. And Grim is going to be their solo laner. Tangruner is going to be their solo laner. And we have Muriel over here in the middle, which is very interesting. I believe Muriel was going to be the support, but Muriel is actually the mid laner at this point in time. We got Kwong going into the jungle, and Faye is kind of just chilling in the base for now. I believe she might be waiting for wards there. That would be the smart thing to do at this case. Got Omega over here in a 1v2 at this point in time. And Elite Storm just getting some free farm. It seems as if Tangruner had to be pushed back in the end there. So, very interesting here. Mid lane Muriel versus Bellica. Really going to have to pay attention, see how this ends out. We finally have Faye going down. And there we have Elite Storm pushing back Tangruner under the tower right now. And it seems that Faye is actually going to be mid lane as well. So we're going to have two people mid lane. No, just kidding. Muriel rotated away. What an interesting start, actually. We have not seen that start in a while, where we have the support go mid lane first to kind of get some extra levels there, and then join up with the carry later. But this is very interesting because this allows the carry to be a little bit ahead on levels, it allows the support to be a little bit ahead on levels, and just a really good strat for starters. Over here, we got an interesting 1v1 between two carries in the solo lane. This is definitely a treat because usually we have two fighters swinging away at each other, but now we have two carries. So this should be interesting how it ends up turning out. But for now, we still have the laning phase going around. So let's just go ahead and talk about the starting cards. We got FaZe with a Rejuvenator and the wards. This is going to help her out in the very beginning. Let's take a look what Twin Blast has here. He has Advanced Evolution, so this will help him stay in the lane a little bit longer. Grim also has Advanced Evolution, so they're playing the same side. Muriel actually got Fond of Experience, so she's trying to get up there in the start. And we actually end up seeing the first kill here. Omega ends up, getting it done. Now, Snow Eagle is trying to get an invade here on the Rampage. Rampage able to chase him away a little bit. What will end up occurring here? They're going to actually end up tussling it out a little bit for that river buff. Snow Eagle's going to go for the blue, but don't... Oh, he's going to get it, actually. He's going to get it. He's going to take the blue. He's going to hit him. Bellica is chasing him, but cannot catch up. Faye is also looking in that direction. Faye got the other river buff. So, you know, washed up Paragon players both of the river buffs in their possession, but they are both blue buffs, so not too many power plays to be made here. In the meanwhile, we have Elite Storm being pushed back by Grim over here in solo lane, but it seems like he's going to be able to make it out alive. And he's going to be forced to recall. Now we've got an interesting case up here in mid. Mavericks is pushed up. Rampage is behind the fog wall. Misses the stun, misses the rock. This is going to give Mavericks a big wake-up call. He's going to say bye-bye, Rampage. Jump off that ledge and have a nice day. Snow Eagle's at level 3. Rampage is also at level 3. And we got Omega and Muriel linking back up in dual lane again. So Neff got picked up early on. That means that they do have a little bit of advantage here in the early game as well. Carries are already the weakest when it comes to early game, but being down already 1 life, it reduced a lot of farm that Murdoch could have gained in the meantime. We do have some aggression here from Elite Storm, but he is taking a lot of damage from the minions. Very aggressive play from Elite Storm. A really good retaliation by Tank Runer. Elite Storm dangerously low right now. He's got to be very, very careful with this. I want to keep watching this because this will be really interesting. I want to see who picks off who first, because then that means they'll be able to back, get more cards, and safely rotate. Rampage was looking for something over here in dual lane, but was not able to come up with anything. Oh my goodness, and Tank Runer hits Elite Storm with that ultimate, and he is gonzo. So we got 1 kill on each team right here. Muriel is trying to look for something, doesn't realize that Rampage is right there. Snow Eagle is right there as well. They are trying really, really hard to go for this Raptors, it seems. We got 3 people from the team DieFlinkin, and we got 3 people from Washed Up Paragon players orbiting around this Raptor pit right now. But it seems like they backed off a little bit. We got Faye actually chasing Grim. He got a little bit too cocky. Faye rotated and got that kill. Snow Eagle in the middle. And now Elite Storm has to catch up right there. So Grim does have that advantage on Twin Blast. As soon as he hit level 5, he hit him with his ultimate. And Twin Blast had no option, no chance there. Mavericks gets stunned, gets knocked up, hit by that Bellica bomb. The Assault Drone is there as well, sapping the mana. Takes a little bit of damage. Haley is now in advantage in that mid lane. We have Elite Storm though. Thanks to the help from Mavericks, Elite Storm is able to push up a little bit on Tank Runer now. Do a little bit of damage to that tower, but he's going to back off of it. Smart move. Doesn't want to repeat on that. He's going to take the regen buff with him. He is going to get hit by Grim's ultimate, and Grim is a very, very good harasser in that sense. I can see why Tank Runer went with Grim in the solo lane, especially against a squishy target like a Twin Blast. So a really good choice here. All in all, still just a nice old-time farming around here for everybody. We're almost 7 minutes into the game. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the creep score. So, pretty even creep score there in the middle. Mavericks actually running away from Bellica. Bellica, I don't think, landed that stun. Going to try and get rid of that drone. That drone can be a nuisance if left around for too long. Oh, it seems as if Omega was lining up some shots there. Now, note that Omega has his own CC with Back It Up on Wraith, and this could be really, really good. Bellica, does she end up getting the stealth buff? She does. Does she? I believe she does. And now Mavericks and Snow Eagle are in a confrontation here against Bellica and the Rampage. Muriel ults in. We got Snow Eagle ulting as well, and that Bellica gets annihilated. Grims joins the fight. Mavericks looking low, being targeted by that Rampage's nice use of that ult. Snow Eagle uses the Fury of the Heavens. Light of the Heavens. Here comes Elite Storm using Ventilate, coming in for his target. He said Tank Runer, remember last time. Can he outbox him? Tank Runer having that shield. Muriel trying to shield off Elite Storm, and Elite Storm actually fails. He fails. He had the jump. He had the advantage with the health, but he just couldn't line up his shots, and now he's bouncing back over 2 lanes. So, overall, a good exchange for the Washed Up Paragon players. Good rotate by Muriel, good awareness, good map awareness, figuring out where her teammates were, what was going on with the map. That's why map awareness is one of the most important traits and skills to master when it comes to being good at a MOBA. So definitely a good start here for Washed Up Paragon players. We have Mavericks picking up the red buff here. HaleyXR is trying to just keep up with farm. Let's go ahead and see how they're doing. 33 creep score to 38 creep score, so Belica is a little bit ahead of Mavericks in that regards. Pretty even in all other cases. Neft is actually out-farming Omega a little bit here, but it seems that Omega does have more points under his belt right now, just about 1,000 more gold to be spending on cards, because Murdoch does actually have Font of Experience, which is a very, very interesting strat for a carry. You know, you usually want to focus on damage or penetration or anything along those lines as a carry, but he's focusing on more experience. Good rock from Rampage, landing from across the mid lane, but HaleyXR just can't get enough, but Faye does get sniped by Neft's Murdoch. So that's a free kill for that carry. We had Elite Storm rotate, but it was too little too late. And wow, I thought Faye was out of there, but I forgot they had a Murdoch on their team. So Elite Storm does have invisibility buff right now. It is glitched, so we cannot see who is invisible and who is not. So that's why this Grim is acting a little bit strange right now, or it appears to be. But the invisibility, the purple buffs are glitched. Kwang did end up getting this one, though. This one is not glitched, thankfully. And we can actually see what he ends up doing. Maybe he'll be able to pick somebody off. Snow Eagle is definitely looking to kill someone, maybe invade the jungle a little bit. Does have green buff, does have purple buff. This would be a really, really good setup if executed correctly. However, Muriel is in mid lane right now. We should assume that she does have her ultimate ready, her reversal of fortune ready, but we cannot see their timers, so we'll see how that goes. So again, Elite Storm getting just tickled a little bit, just whittled down by that Grim with that combo of the Displacement Blast and the ultimate. Rampage is orbiting around here. He is going to be going for that gank. We'll see what Elite Storm ends up doing. Elite Storm is going to drop down this pit, not knowing that Rampage is right there. He's running like the wind, dashing as often as he can, and I think he's going to get out of there safely. Meanwhile, in mid lane, we have Snow Eagle ganking HaleyXR. HaleyXR does get the stun on Mavericks. Here comes Rampage, though. Ganking does hit the rock after ulting in, and Faye is going to go down. Can he get a kill on Snow Eagle right now? They are chasing. He is dealing a lot of damage, and that is a two-piece set for the DieFlinkin squad. I keep forgetting their names, so I have to pause and look over see what it's called. But now they are getting a little bit back into this game, and it's very, very even. 4 kills to 4 kills, 4 deaths to 4 deaths. Just 1 extra assist on the washed up Paragon player squad. Elite Storm getting pushed back by the lane bully known as Grim.exe. Having a really hard time. He does have black, so he can be doing a little bit extra slow per basic, but he's actually going to have to run away from this one. Belica actually has blue buff going for Elite Storm. Will she be able to come up and knock him up, and actually ends up killing him? An enemy has been slain. Wow, that happened so quick. I didn't even know what happened. Actually ends up killing him. So Rampage is in the enemy jungle as well. Snow Eagle backed up here, but now it's going to be a 2v1. Rampage and Belica up on Snow Eagle, gets it with the rock, gets it with the knockup. Muriel trying to save him, but the Grimold comes in from the other lane all the way across through the jungle, and Snow Eagle gets picked off as well. So the solo tower is going to fall to the hands of Tanguner, and the first tower was already destroyed over here. Completely missed that while the action was going on by Murdoch. So Omega is now here in middle. Here comes Mavericks for some revenge, trying to kill this Belica to back it up on the Belica. Belica has no mana, running around like a chicken without her head, and she gets picked off as well. So a lot of action going on here, but washed up Paragon players, even though they had a nice start, have already lost 2 towers. So it seems to me like DieFlinkin have the advantage at this moment in time. Are they going to go for Raptors now that they have this tower advantage? They know that the others have to go back to their lane to clear the minions pushing up, but it seems like they're just going to back up and just try and get some cards under their belts. Trying to go, oh, it seems like they're not. Last second, they finally decided, oh, hey, guys, let's go for Raps instead, because we heard Britik casting, and he's giving us a really good idea right now. And so they're actually going to go on for Raps. While Elite Storm gets this tower, Murdoch and FaZe and Grim and Rampage are going to be going, but it looks like we are going to have a confrontation here. Is anything going to happen? No, they're just going to leave it alone and give DieFlinkin the first Raptor. So definitely the orange side here, the dusk side, nope, the dawn side. That's the Dawn side. Come on, Britik. You know how to do this. Are going to be having a hard time. Now, Elite Storm is trying to invade and take this green. He sees Rampage and Belica on the move. Now, this is a very dangerous combo. Rampage hits the wall. Belica is able to kill Elite Storm. So his health is glitched a little bit. He keeps saying that he's at half health. He was not. He was knocked up, hit with the Belica bomb, hit with the ult, and he was destroyed by Belica as well for invading. So just a lot of reckless play coming out of Elite Storm right now. He has died, I believe, more than one time here. I don't think he's only died once. Gotta love the theater replay glitching up all the time. Epic never got around to fixing that, but we will try our best to read the stats as they show here. We got Rampage and we got Belica coming in from the jungle. 3 people from Washed Up Paragon, no, 4 people from Washed Up Paragon players here in the dual lane, and we got some action going on. Omega running back. Mavericks does get hit by a rock and by Belica. Rampage is going to keep going on, but he's going to be backed up. Neft, Haley XR trying to get to Faye, and Neft does end up sniping him. Faye is going to keep on pushing, does end up rooting Snow Eagle. The rock connects from Rampage. Now Snow Eagle is all alone. Haley trying to go and extend over to kill the Muriel, but now Snow Eagle is all alone, running away from everybody else. Omega is going to come in and help. He's going to back up Rampage. And it seems to me that Snow Eagle was able to run away, go the other way, and bamboozle everybody. But meanwhile, Elite Storm is pushed all the way back here by Tangruner in the solo lane, and it just does not look good at all for the Washed Up Paragon players. The DieFlinkin squad definitely looks like they're having a good time here. Or is this Team Ascent? Have I just been saying DieFlinkin and it's Team Ascent instead? Have they mixed up the brackets for me here? I believe that something's afoot here because I remember reading those names for a different squad. I have no idea, actually. I should definitely double check that. But we got Faye in the middle, going toe-to-toe with Belica, getting blown the hell up. Didn't even stand a chance. 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. But they don't call her Belica. They call her Blow the Hell Upica. Yeah, I just did that. Britik casting here with your daily dose of cringe. Now they are setting up 4 Raptors here. We're going to go into the overhead drone mode for this nice action. And we're going to see if they go. I think the Washed Up Paragon players are looking to try and do some prime here, but that wouldn't make much sense considering that they are really low on gold right now. They're probably outcarded right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Neft. Neft seems to have 18 points total. Omega, not that many himself. Unless, you know, it's glitched up and I can't see anything. But we're going to go with the benefit of the doubt and say that I don't know any better. So it seems like they are going to run past Raptors. Nothing's going to happen. A lot of rotation going around here, though. Snow Eagle, Omega, and Muriel all here in the mid lane. I believe that is a glitch on Muriel's health. I don't think she has that little of health, and I don't believe she's actually level 6. But then again, you never know. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm pretty sure about that health, though, being incorrect. So we've got the orange squad right here, the DieFlinkin team. I'm actually going to check that because that's really annoying me. Meanwhile, we got Elite Storm and Tangruner over here in the solo lane. Is tier 2 going to fall? It is, and we got a lot of rotation coming up over here. Snow Eagle about to get caught up in jungle. Muriel rotating on over to Elite Storm. They're trying really hard to kill Grim right here. He is going to fall. Snow Eagle is going to run away unscathed, but now they're rotating over to Raptors. Fangtooth. 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 Fangtooth is a Raptor, but it's just Fangtooth. He's a big boy. He's a big old Fangtooth. Oh, no, I am right. It is DieFlinkin. Everything's okay. So that makes 2 Fangtooths for DieFlinkin. And what's going on over here? We got Orb Prime being taken by the Washed Up Paragon players. DieFlinkin is aware of this. Will they be able to steal it? We got a lot of stuff going on right here in the pit. Omega getting hit by the Rampage. Neft killing that Muriel. Muriel falls. We got 4 people left on the washed up Paragon player squad. We got 5 people going for that Twin Blast mid. He is going to run away unscathed. I believe that the washed up Paragon players did end up getting Ore Prime, but they are down a man. And that's going to be very rough. So now their mid tower is being pushed down right here by DieFlinkin, and it's going to be another tier 2 in favor of DieFlinkin. Just really good rotations, really good communication going on the part of DieFlinkin. Washed up Paragon players living up to their name right now, looking pretty washed up. So even though they did go for that Ore Prime early on, it ended up being to their downfall because they're down to Fangtooth. Fangtooth is much better early on than Ore Prime is, and they did lose a lot of health and were not really able to fight in that situation even after that rotation. So we got Rampage over here in the shadows throwing rocks at Snow Eagle. He's going to back off a little bit. They want to fight under tower. Elite Storm had to back off and actually killed those minions back there. So we're actually going to go ahead and see what ends up happening here in mid lane. Are they going to get a retaliation when it comes to towers? I don't believe so. I think they're waiting for Elite Storm to rotate on over to mid lane, try and get something going. Here comes Rampage, ulting in, rocking Omega. Wraith is looking in the tough spot. He ends up going down. They are now on the offensive. Tangruner jumps down with the Displacement Blast, going after that Muriel, trying to catch up to her. Snow Eagle gets rooted and destroyed. Muriel goes down as well. It's all up to Twin Blast, and it seems like he's backing. So it is now a 5-1 advantage. They are definitely going to be pushing down this mid tower, especially with that large mid lane wave. And it seems to be as though washed up Paragon players are in a really tough spot right now. I don't see them coming back from this one, but you never know. You never know. The throws may be strong with this one. And the first inhibitor falls. Watch the Paragon players are down an inhibitor now. Fangtooth is spawned. It seems as though DieFlinkin are rotating over to take that Fangtooth. And this will put them up 3 Fangtooths to 0. Once they do take care of it. And comeback just seems less and less likely for the washed up Paragon players. Just really good coordination, really good teamwork. Very interesting that both sides went with carries in the solo lane. That was definitely the matchup to watch. And Tangruner just took that matchup, rolled it up like a paper ball, and threw it into the wastebasket along with Elite Storm. Just completely pulverized him with the use of Grimm's bullying abilities with the Displacement Blast and Grimm's long-range lock-on ult that you can't dodge unless somebody else blocks it for you. So yeah, very good matchup in favor of Tangruner when it came to that. Those little water squirts sound really funny though, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go back to little water squirts. Water squirts MVP. Put in your voting now. Who should be MVP of this game? I vote water squirts. So washed up Paragon players are just trying to regroup at this moment in time. It's really going to be hard to come back from this. The levels of the supports are definitely higher than they show here. They have been glitched out a little bit. Twin Blast has been glitched out with his level as well, but it seems to me as though Rampage is going on. Rampage has Yomi Guardian, so he has a lot of defense when it comes to the basic damage. He's got a lot of basic armor, and he's got the bonus from the active area defense. This is a very good tank card. Snow Eagle is being a bit more selfish with his cards, doing a mix of damage with Tyrant and having some health and defense with Unbroken Spirit. And he does have Flame of Zetchin. He's trying to hold on to that, trying to use that for Prime. Rampage also has Flame of Zetchin, but it seems to... Omega's also glitched out here, so we cannot see what he actually does have. But Murdoch is using OPD Militia and Heavy Hitter together. Really strong combos there. And Bellica, Glycerin Dawn, really deadly. Astral Leap with the Blink, really good combo as well. Knock him up, use the Glycerin Dawn, use the bomb, use the drone. It's just so much burst, and it can actually 100 to 0 Faye very, very quickly as well. So just really good card building on the side over here. We actually do have something going on here in solo lane. And Elite Storm actually, was that Elite Storm going down? I believe it was. Snow Eagle getting caught out here, does get hit by Haley, does get hit with the rock from Rampage, and it's just a wrecking ball of destruction here for DieFlinkin. It's just ugly to watch at this point, man. DieFlinkin just taking this game, seizing it by the jugular, and just making it so unfair. I actually believe both Muriel and Twin Blast went down in that confrontation. And now, and Snow Eagle, of course, went down a little bit later. So now they're pushing on to a second inhibitor with only 3 people now. Muriel back alive. 3 people on the Washed Up Paragon player squad trying to stop this offensive. They're not going to be able to. Rampage ults, goes for the rock. Does rock Muriel. Are they going to be able to get out of there alive? Wraith goes down to Neft. Neft kills Muriel, and it seems to be game here. DieFlinkin squad taking game 1. The semifinals. What an excellent game. Alrighty, and so we are back with this draft. We have Richter, Murdoch already locked in for the washed up players on the Dawn side. We have Sparrow and Rampage locked in for DieFlinkin on the left side. What jungler is Snow Eagle going to pick next? What do you think is going to be a good counter against that Rampage? Because we saw that Rampage in the last game on I Don't Stack, and it was just putting in work. Snow Eagle seems to be going with Grux here. Erd Beers is going back on FaZe. Haley going back on Lieutenant Bellica, so they're not switching it up too much. Neff did switch off from Murdoch onto Sparrow, which is a bit interesting. We're not going to see those cross-the-map snipes anymore. Mavericks is going to be on Faye again. Elite Storm is going to end up being Twin Blast again. Very interesting. So it seems Twin Blast is going to go back into the solo lane. What is Tangruner going to pick? Are they going to be the same character? They're going to be
Severog.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was going to point out that bans were Revenant and Wraith. So Severog would be the best one.
I see. Yeah, you definitely do bans.
He is the best solo laner in the entire game, in my opinion, and many's, and he can easily counter that Twin Blast.
Yeah, especially early on, Twin Blast doesn't have much of a chance.
Yeah, especially as Severog's Q potential doesn't attract minions.
And we're off to the races. Everyone jumping off the launch pads. How do you see this one turning out? What does Washed Up Paragon players, what does that team need to do to come back from this deficit, Demonic?
I think they just need to play a bit more groups and be aware of where the other team is, because they were getting caught out so much. There wasn't too many wards, and just have a bit more vision over the map and be aware of where the enemy team is. I think that is the main factor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of the semifinals round 1 has started. Now this time we do have FaZe and Sparrow on this side, so they've flipped sides. Omega all alone again. Snow Eagle still in his base. He has not gone out into the jungle yet. Very interesting. What's going on with him? Still probably finding his deck. He's going to be a little bit behind the Rampage now because of it. Tangruner getting poked a little bit by Elite Storm. How's dual lane looking? Oz going for the hook, misses the hook. FaZe manages to rip him a little bit with her lance, and Oz is being very aggressive. Neft already down to half health. Very, very aggressive start here from the Washed Up Paragon players. FaZe coming back with that energy lance. If Richter lands a hook here, it can mean the death for Sparrow right away. And he just misses that hook. FaZe keeps on retaliating with that energy lance, but she is almost out of mana. Neft playing very, very patient and far back on that.
Yeah, also looking at the cards at the moment, you do have FaZe with the Rejuvenator potion, so she can just spam her Beam Lance and knock them all down, and they don't have anything to counter that. The only person with Rejuvenation potion on the enemy team is Mavericks.
Omega is getting beamed down by that Psychic Lance. Energy Lance, sorry. Richter left and alone to go get that ward, and Omega is down to barely any health. Can Richter come back and land a hook here? Not going to try, and Omega's going to have to back. So they took advantage of that situation right away. FaZe saw that Omega was pushed up all alone. Is actually not going to let him back. Another Energy Lance comes out. This FaZe is being very, very annoying for the washed up Paragon players right now. Tangruner actually getting pushed back a lot by Elite Storm. Take a look at solo lane. Elite Storm, very aggressive, got him down to very low health. Because that range is just playing into his favor right now. Elite Storm in general is a very, very aggressive player. We saw this from the last game. River buffs are about to spawn, so take a note at the junglers.
This might be the death of him. Nope, Rampage misses Rock.
A little bit ahead of me.
Rampage.
A little bit ahead of me in by about 2 seconds. Snow Eagle's on his way to counter Rampage. They're in a fight now. Gets the first hit, double pain. The green buff is popped. Haley comes in. Bellica gets smashed and grabbed along with Nolan Snack. Snow Eagle needs some help. Snow Eagle ends up going down. Good rotation from DieFlinkin. Elite Storm all alone. Here comes Mavericks trying to get that end kill on Tangruner. He's going to be just out of rage, and unfortunately, Elite Storm could not finish off Tangruner. If he got to level 5 quick enough, could have used his Ventilate, probably get that kill. But, you know, how we saw in the beginning, Snow Eagle was a little bit late out the gate there in the beginning. That could have affected him more than he thinks. Oh, Tangruner just barely missed that subject gate, but is being very aggressive on Elite Storm right now. They are going toe-to-toe. Elite Storm knows he has to get some range on him, some distance, and he is going to keep poking away at him a little bit. Elite Storm did get to level 5 before Tangruner did. This is his chance to be very, very aggressive. He is able to finish him off with the Ventilate. Can he do it? Just a sliver of health left. Elite Storm is going to keep chasing Tangruner. He's going to go for it. Rampage is rotating over. Good bounce grenade from Elite Storm. Going to try and get that kill. He does end up killing Rock. Here comes Rampage. Lands the rock, and he's definitely going to kill Elite Storm here. Unless Elite Storm managed to bamboozle him. Haley was coming around the other side, but now he went the other way, and Haley's actually in a fight with the FaZe, so it seems as if Elite is still surviving just a little bit longer. Rampage ends up turning around on Mavericks, and they're going to be killing each other here, although Rampage doesn't have any mana for a rock. In the meantime, both FaZe and Murdoch have gone down, and we have a fight in dual lane between Richter and Sparrow as well. Richter ends up taking down that Sparrow. So 2 people on each team go down from everywhere on the map. A lot of action going on. Really hard to keep up. But very good bamboozlement by Elite Storm. I thought for sure he was going to be down there. Haley was coming around the other side. But he managed to just do a quick 180-degree turn, break Rampage's ankles real quick, and go the other way. Rampage just said, screw it. I'm going to go for Mavericks, and that's exactly what ended up happening.
It is probably one of the reasons they did take the Twin Blast into that solo lane, because the potential he does have with like OPD if they're going for that.
Rampage has the purple buff. He's jumping around close to Omega. Omega's sticking close to tower, though. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. So Elite Storm is level 6 now. Tangruner's not even level 5 yet. Now he is. And he's going to be very aggressive. As soon as I said that, he misses the subjugate. Elite Storm manages to dodge that, and he's going to try and hit him with the bounce grenade, slow him down, and pick him off some more. So Elite Storm's aggressive playstyle is really working in his favor right now. Not letting Tangruner run up on him early game by just keeping him at bay with his range. Tangruner can land one subjugate, he'd be golden, but so far he's been really sloppy with those. Meanwhile, washed up Paragon players with Murdoch and Richter are pushing up Sparrow and FaZe back in their lane. We see Grux, Snow Eagle in the jungle. Faye and Bellic are going at it in mid lane, but Faye jumps down. Grux is going to go invade that black. And Elite Storm is just pushing up on Tangruner. Tangruner lands that subjugate, doesn't have much mana for anything else though. I'm going to just keep backing up. Meanwhile, in duo lane, Richter keeps going for those hooks. It is glitched on my screen. Richter is level 1. And it seems as if Tangruner is going up on Elite Storm again out of mana, but Elite Storm low on health. Will he be able to kill him? Snow Eagle coming in as Grux going to try and pick off Tangruner. Tangruner's running the other way now. Will they be able to cut him off, or will Tangruner turn a 180 and collapse on Elite? And the smash and grab missed from Grux. Tangruner has no more mana, cannot escape, but here comes Bellica and Rampage to try and help out. Elite Storm is still up there. He's backing, very little health, but he sees Rampage coming. Good call out by his teammates. Sevarog does end up dying, however. Snow Eagle does end up catching up to him. Rampage picks up the rock. Can he hit it? He does through the fog wall. Manages to pick off Elite Storm. Lucky or just great at guessing. Who knows? Maybe he was tracking his target. Maybe he's a seer and can see into the future. That was a great rock. And one goes down on each side. So very balanced right now.
Rock into mid onto the FA.
It's another mid on the FA. Wow. Haley looking really low there. Snow Eagle trying to pick him up, but definitely not going to be able to do that with Rampage there. Here comes Omega, however. Murdoch on the scene with that hot pursuit. Still out of range, not going to get there, but Snow Eagle is chasing Haley. Haley manages to blink over the side of the wall. Now we got Richter and Murdoch on Rampage in the middle all alone. Will they be able to do something here? Rampage is getting low, but he gets pulled by FaZe and out of that sticky situation. So much happening in the first 10 minutes of this game. It's insane.
I was not expecting it to be this action-packed. Normally you've got it quite slow for the first 5-10 minutes.
I think I knocked my mic a little bit earlier out of excitement when that Rampage rock landed on Twin Blast through the fog.
Yeah, so if you look at the two teams, you got 1,500 gold bonus on the side of Omega Elite Storm. That is washed up Paragon players. 35 creeps on them, but one less kill. Crux is over 2k more on the Sevarog.
We got some stuff going down in Fangtooth right now. They're fighting over it. Mavericks does get knocked up by Bellica. Will he be finished off, though? He does. Bellica ends up finishing him off. Richter is chasing Bellica. Bellica has that blue buff. Will Richter be able to land one more auto on him, though? Sevarog does end up going down to Elite Storm. Bellica does end up following to Richter, who is now getting chased by Sparrow, and Rampage also ends up falling. And this seems to be, are they going to go for Fangtooth? No, they're not. They are backing because Elite Storm and Snow Eagle are actually pushing up on this tier 2 tower. After destroying Tangruner on Sevarog, they're going to deal some damage to this tier 2. But there goes in that brilliant fortification that FaZe has. And they're not going to be able to do any more damage on that tower. So no Fangtooth yet. A lot of confrontation, a lot of fighting over it. So we'll see. I think the team that gets Fangtooth first will end up winning the game. So I'm making that prediction right now because with the aggressive levels of play that we've seen from both sides right now, they take that Fangtooth and they're just going to start rolling with it.
Even though there is a 5k difference at the moment, I do still think both teams are quite even. Like, the washed up Paragon players have a more mid-game. However, the other team, I can't pronounce it, I'm not going to butcher either. Yeah. They do have a lot more late game with the Sevarog, the FaZe, and the Sparrow.
Meanwhile, Rampage and Bellica stunning, knocking up Faye. Faye's in trouble, gets taken out. Twin Blast is actually chasing Sevarog on the other side. Sevarog knocks him away with a Colossal Blow, but does end up dying because of the Ventilate. We still got some more fighting going on. Haley XR does end up getting that river buff, trying to run away. Here comes Snow Eagle. Does get knocked up, though. Good read by Haley. Rampage is right around the corner. He's going to try and come in and uppercut them, but it's not going to work. A lot of rotation on the part of DieFlinkin, but they didn't manage to jump on anybody there. Rampage has invaded the jungle, but he's not going for Elite Storm, who's all alone. Now he is, and we'll see if Rampage is able to pick him off. Will he be able to land this rock? Elite Storm uses his dash, but Rampage does not predict which way he's going to go that time. And Sevarog is back in lane to try and beat Elite Storm here. But the story here definitely has been Fangtooth, where the confrontations just seem to be never ending. We got both teams rotating a lot. We do have an advantage, though, for the washed up Paragon players, because Sevarog and Rampage are both over there in solo lane trying to kill Elite Storm. Elite Storm is kind of just being a bait at this point, but also almost killing Sevarog. He does get hit by that rock, gets stunned, but now he's just being a distraction while his teammates try and pick up this Fangtooth. Mavericks ends up going down. Sparrow popped the ult. Haley gets rooted, goes down as well. And Sparrow gets pulled out. Grux is dangerously low. Snow Eagle over there in the corner. He's trying to back out of there, but Sparrow is going to have none of it. Comes in, takes him out. Now it's FaZe and Sparrow. Sparrow going down to Murdoch. Now it's just FaZe dancing around Richter. It's like they're doing a little square dance, and she ends up dying. Here comes Rampage, but it's a little bit too little, too late. After all that commotion, Fangtooth does go to washed up Paragon players. They don't seem to be in a happy mood after losing that last game, and I'd say that the advantage is definitely now theirs.
Yeah, this was really the game that they needed to come back on, and I think they are starting to prove that they are here to win.
I think they're done being washed up. I think they want to go back to their former glory, because some of these players, you know, Snow Eagle is definitely a top tier player. We've seen that name around for a very long time in Paragon. Omega is another name that a lot of people know up in Diamond there. So is Elite Storm. I'm not too familiar with the other two, but I believe, you know, they wouldn't be this far in the tournament if they weren't top players. Exactly.
You've got Id, Tangruna, Masters, Nef Masters, Don't Stack and Haley, both top Diamond players. So, very strong teams.
Very fun series to watch, for sure. Now, we got some stuff going on in dual lane. We got Mavericks with the stealth buff. Will they be able to do anything here? If he can throw out that ultimate, get them closer in for Murdoch and Richter to get that hook in. But Mavericks' stealth buff actually runs out and is actually going to get rooted by FaZe here. And now they're in trouble because Rampage comes around and lands a rock on Faye, and Faye is done. Here comes Sparrow with the ult. Murdoch is done as well, so they did not see that game coming at all. Richter's in trouble now as well. So is Elite Storm. He's caught out. Bellica's trying to get rid of Elite Storm. Does knock him up, does land the bomb. His health is glitched, so we can't really see how low he is, but I think he's in trouble. Bellica teleports forward with the teleblink and ends up killing him with the bomb. Now, a very large advantage for DieFlinkin. River buff's coming up. Snow Eagle trying to get this river buff quick enough to make sure that he doesn't get spotted. Nobody's going to go his way. It's going to be a blue. The other river buff was also a blue. But what are DieFlinkin going to do with this? I think they're just going to regroup and kind of wait for the next Fangtooth to spawn. They did get a lot of good gold from that, though. A lot of good picks there. It does seem that they are up on kills, unless my my screen here is glitched. I don't trust myself, so let's get a stat breakdown on both teams right now.
Okay, I do have the new one. It is 15 to the side of DieFlinkin to the 10 kills of washed up Paragon players. Don't Stack is a 307, Haley 622, and Neft is 523. Tankaruna is bringing down the team a bit with a 140, but it's a Sevarog. He is a late game. On the side of washed up Paragon players, you have Twin Blast with a 231, Murdoch 423, Richter 323, Grux with 122, and the Faye on 7 deaths with 1 kill. Not looking too good.
While you were breaking down those stats, we did have another fight by Fangtooth. Rampage went in all alone, no teammate to back him up. He ended up going down, so did Bellica. Faye, however, on the washed up Paragon players side ended up going down. But a positive exchange there for the washed up Paragon players. In the end, nobody did go for Fangtooth. Not surprising, because both sides were pretty low after that confrontation. So Fangtooth is up. Orb Prime is up. We are almost 17 minutes into this game right now. I mean, look for a pick in any direction right now. You know, if you see 3 down, that's definitely a Fangtooth. If you see 4 or 5 down, I'm saying that's an Orb Prime at that point. River buffs do spawn. Faye does end up getting the black river buff. DieFlinkin, a lot of them around Fangtooth. I think they're really going for this right now. But Belica's going to go back, clear up her mid lane a little bit. Try and do some housekeeping there. And just a lot of just slowing down right now. This is the point in the game where you really want to make sure that your team fights are on point. Nobody messes up. Those respawn timers are getting bigger and bigger. And as I say that, Elite Storm, looking to be in a sticky situation, gets hit with the Subjugate and the Rock, and is not looking too good. Snow Eagle's on his way to try and help him with the smash and grab. Challenge of the Warlord does come. He misses the smash and grab on Sevarog. Elite Storm trying to run away, does get subjugated, gets destroyed. Now Snow Eagle 1v2 against a Rampage and a Sevarog. Here comes Haley. Belica also coming in with the bomb, and Snow Eagle not looking in a good spot, trying to do all he can, all the damage he can before he ends up dying. But now, like I said, 2 people down on the side of Washed Up Paragon players, and we're going to see, are they going to go for Prime with this? They're all around it. It's really tempting.
But there is that ward on it by DieFlinkin.
You're right. So, by the Washed Up Paragon players. Washed Up Paragon players are going to go for Fangtooth, whereas DieFlinkin does end up getting Orb Prime. So, that's the trade they ended up going with. Actually, I don't even think that Washed Up Paragon players are going to finish this. They tried to go for a quick Fangtooth, but they were not able to do so. So, this is really, you know, a couple of mistakes coming out of that team in general. And Haley's over here keeping the Fangtooth alive for DieFlinkin. They're going to end up getting this one as well. So, really what looked like a good start for Washed Up Paragon players, now they're just, they have no river buff control. They don't have Prime. They didn't get that Fangtooth. They're in a really tough spot right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see even an inhibitor go down in this case.
Yeah,
Sevarog getting very aggressive.
Rampage does have Yomi Guardian, and against the double carry, that is going to be so good, especially with no OPD to do that ability damage.
I'm surprised they didn't change up the double carry shot, because Rampage used the same exact deck last time. So they're just going to get the tier 2. They're going to back off here. They still have plenty of time on that Orb Prime. I believe about 2 more minutes left. Probably about more of a minute left now.
Yeah, minute 20.
Yeah, 2 minutes is where they started. I was just rounding up. So it seems like there's going to be a group push here from a Washed Up Paragon players. They're trying to get something here. I mean, they only have 2 tier 1 towers, which is not giving them any map control whatsoever.
Some key cards have been picked up, like Rampage has got the Unbroken Spirit, Yomi Guardian, Haley has picked up the Atomic Soldier Fireball, Neft now has his OPD and Heavy Hitter, so he should be doing some damage with that. Twin Blast, not really anything yet. Murdoch does have his Shatter Golem, Grux with his Unbroken Spirit.
Let's hold that thought for a second here. Rampage coming around the end there, but gets caught out by the Washed Up Paragon players. He is tanking this very, very well, though. Here comes Neff. Sparrow trying to kill Snow Eagle, but there's too much healing coming back from Unbroken Spirit. Although, we do have a player going down there for the Washed Up Paragon players. And it seems as though Sparrow did end up dying as well. Snow Eagle going down? Yes? No? Maybe so? Yes, he does. I believe that was Mavericks that went down. I am getting a lot of glitches here in my theater replay system, unfortunately. But what you gonna do, man? What you gonna do when they come for you?
However, Elite Storm on the other lane completely takes the T2.
Really good individual plays
Starting
by
back
them.
off.
We got Fang 2 spawning back in.
I would really like to see Elite Storm play Wukong or something if he's going to be split pushing most of the game. Like the solo lane presence he has and to destroy towers.
The thing with that is Elite Storm is a carry by heart, so he plays a lot of range carries. And what helped him really early on in that game, I believe, that he wouldn't have been able to do with Wukong, is he was able to keep Sevarog at bay with his range. But now we see another Fangtooth altercation happening here. It doesn't seem like Washed Up Paragon player is going to go in on this right away. They might just go in there a little too late. Tangruner does end up securing that. And Bellic actually gets the double knock-up with the Colossal Blow coming out of Sevarog. Everything hitting the fan all at once. Snow Eagle coming in there actually ends up killing Bellica, so they do get a trade. Snow Eagle sacrificed his life in order to secure the kill on Bellica. Tangruner and Nav still chasing, do end up killing Murdoch. Richter stuck in the middle of it all, does end up going down as well, and now it's a big advantage for DieFlinkin. They have a nice wave there in the middle. Are they going to push for this inhibitor? Rampage all the way over the side, setting up that lane. He might be able to rotate over to mid if they decide to push this. If not, then he just has a free tier 1.
This should be at least an inhib. It's a 4v1. They've got the phase alive. Most people are still full health, apart from that Sevarog. But
and Sevarog goes in, takes care of that Fae like it's nobody's business. And all the enemies are down on Washed Up Paragon players' side. All the characters, all the people, all the heroes. The first inhibitor is going to fall in favor of DieFlinkin.
Is this going to be a T2 on right as well? That is the question.
There is a large minion wave there. Elite Storm does approach that tower pretty quickly, though, and I don't think anything else is going to happen.
Nah,
they are clearing out the jungle, though. So, just completely depriving the enemy team of the jungle, the resources. Just a very good orb prime timing, good securing of the Fangtooth, and yeah, I mean, it looks to me so far as if Washed Up Paragon players are losing, and my initial prediction was incorrect. I believe they were the first ones to get a Fangtooth, and they are definitely struggling a lot right now.
Yeah, Washed Up Paragon players are in a 20,000 gold deficit, mainly due to the mid lane having a 10k difference through Haley and Mavericks.
That has been the story tonight. Mavericks has definitely been getting abused by Bellica. Bellica's just such a great counter to Faye, draining that mana, abusing Faye's spam ability with her Harvest Nettles. You know, you have that drone down. Every time she casts that Harvest Nettle, she's going to get hit back. So definitely a nuisance for that Faye. And DieFlinkin jumping on Orb Prime right away. No hesitation. And they end up securing it. So, I think they're going to be looking to secure the game as well with this push. Tangruner looking for a pig. But he gets picked off very, very quickly by Elite Storm. It looked like they had Trapper there. Haley does do a lot of damage to Elite Storm, but he's going to end up surviving and dodging that rock from Rampage. Rampage now trying to run away.
Twin Blast OPD.
Twin Blast OPD. Very OP indeed.
This Richter, though. Nah, they all backed off.
So, what seemed to be a good push just ended up in 2 down. Tangruner got cocky, tried to pick someone off, didn't realize that their whole team was there, and just died very, very quickly to OPD Militia Twin Blast. This game might be a bit more interesting than we initially thought. Who knows? Snow Eagle over there in the fog wall, waiting for an overextension. Gonna back off. Richter does get hit by that Rampage Rock. Rampage is gonna ult in, and they're gonna Energy Lance Richter down to the ground and take him down as well. So that was a good pick by DieFlinkin. So what's gonna happen now? I mean, these respawn timers are long now. What's the respawn timer on Richter right now?
At the moment, it's 36 seconds, but I think it was 45 when he died, 50 seconds.
Once we get to 30 minutes, that's going to increase drastically, and that's when crunch time is really going to occur. We got Elite Storm being very aggressive, though, over here. 1v2ing Haley and Severog. Again, I mean, Elite Storm is just a great aggressive player, but if his teammates could just follow up on that kind of aggressive play, they would be in a much better spot. We have the entire team of DieFlinkin rotating on Elite Storm. They really want to take out this Twin Blast. I mean, if they take him out, that's going to be a really big handicap for Washed Up Paragon players, and there's just no way that Elite's going to survive that. He gets taken down as well. Now, DieFlinkin are going to go for the Fangtooth. This might be their, what, third, fourth?
I think it's third, I believe. So, not quite the +8 power, but they do have a +12 power passive.
Just really good teamwork from DieFlinkin.
Rip Omega.
Omega, oh, juked out that Subjugate, but does get hit by the Colossal Blow into no man's land and into the hands of DieFlinkin, and he gets taken down as well. So they lost both of their carries. This doesn't look too good for Washed Up Paragon players. Snow Eagle also getting taken down. Yep, 3 down. Richter and Faye left, the 2 lowest level members of the squad. Faye gets hit by that Kobe of a boulder from Rampage, but it seems like there's not going to be much of a defense here.
Yeah, it's a 50-second timer left on Grux and 37 on Murdoch.
They're trying to end here while the Bellica split pushes for some added security, but they're not going to be able to. Just not enough minions, not enough DPS for them to take down that core that quick. But they are going to go for this tier 2. And take it. So all tier 2s are now down for Washed Up Paragon players. Elite Storm gets rocked, subjugated, knocked up by Bellica, and just completely obliterated. That CC on that team is just disgusting. Richter also getting challenged here by the whole team. He's going to get taken down as well, and that's a second inhibitor. It's going to fall, and they got people down again. This is not looking too good. I feel like this might be game. Neft on the core. Haley on the core. Snow Eagle coming out of base trying to defend it. They're not going to be able to do it. They got 11 minions under that core. Bellica pushing them back. Who is damaging the core, though? Nobody, just the minions. They are being very aggressive, trying to push Snow Eagle all the way back into his base, just trying to let the minions whittle down the core little by little, and they're going to go back and finish it off, and that's going to be GG. DieFlinkin with the dominant 2-0 finish over Washed Up Paragon players in the semifinals.
Yeah, the main parts of that was the Faye Bellica. There was a 15,000 gold difference in the end. Rampage had a 9k plus on the Grux. So there was very little chance of even comeback, but you have seen it before. It's not impossible, it's just extremely difficult.
It's unfortunate too, because like we said, Washed Up Paragon players had a very dominant start, but just couldn't end up pulling it out.